Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. My name is Gina Virginia Casella, and what I do is I come live on Saturdays, 11 a.m., providing you with new moon gemstone reading for the collective. And for the full moon, I also provide a special reading from the Dragon Dreams Oracle created by yours truly, age 7 Gina, living vicariously through me these days in my 40s. And so, yeah, folks have been asking me when these oracle cards are going to be for purchase. And so I'm just tickled pink. And I've been really enjoying doing live gemstone readings, which includes pulling one of these cards. And it really means a lot to me because it's all about soul tribe. How do we connect? Why do we connect? What resonates with me resonates with you. And that's my priority right now is soul tribe. And those of you who don't know me, I really have come a long way with my own spiritual journey, embracing my own spiritual autonomy. I'm a transformational healer, shaman. I love to write. I just published my 8th book, which should be arriving today in the mail. And I realized that the best tools that I can offer you are the ones that have worked for me. And so when I was going deep and continue to do so, I was really into tarot cards and oracles, and I gained a lot of perspective. And at some point, it dawned on me, and that's the thing, did I have a thought or did the thought have me? And I was encouraged by the universe, the Gnome King, if you will, to get my own oracle deck on the go. And so I started moving away from words and getting into pictures. One picture's worth 1,000 words. I started to find words to represent each card. And then I have my book series. And like I said, I just published my 8th book, and yet I have yet to actually create a little paragraph that goes with each one because I feel like each one needs its own book in its own right. And so each full moon I think about this kind of stuff, like what am I manifesting? And this is the kind of thing that it's like never ending. So it's always going to be manifesting, it's always going to be alchemizing. And my books, for example, when I feel like it's time to publish them, I publish them. But this deck in particular, this oracle deck, I'm not ready to publish it yet. I still feel the call, if you will, to add more cards. Um, I feel like it's in a state of incomplete right now. And this summer, the summer of 2025, still getting used to saying 25, is going to be a phenomenal summer because I'm going to be presenting at the Full Disclosure Now conference in Florida. So I really hope that you can come. Send me a Facebook message, Gina Virginia Casella, and let me know you're going to be there because I would love to meet you. I won't have books with me, but if you have a copy, I would love to take a picture with you and absolutely sign it for you. And I feel like this summer, I'm what I'm trying to say is I'm giving myself a little vacation this summer. And the vacation, I'd like to look at those um, 2 full drawers that I have. I keep talking about them. I've got 2 full drawers, folks, full of dream journals that I need to go through. And I'm still getting downloads and whatnot. And so I'm wondering, what are you manifesting for the full moon? Do you have one goal and then, like me, you've got a bunch of back burner goals, like this deck, for example, that just keeps kind of like cycling through? I want to know. The mind can only focus on one thing, right? So, really, if there's 12 months, 13 moons, traditionally 13 months in the year, but whatever. Each month you can focus on one thing for 21 days. So in theory, you can focus on 13 things a year, which might be overwhelming. And I've come to learn that um, that's not realistic. it's better to have like multiple years lined up for these larger theme goals, especially if it um, requires like a new career or relocation, shifting of relationships. I've come to learn that those kind of things don't happen overnight. I know this, but I'm learning that with myself personally, I need a lot of transition time in my hero's journey. I need a lot of transition time in just my everyday cycles. And so, who knows? Maybe this summer other things will take precedence, but this is a behind the scenes ongoing goal that I have, and I'm so pleased to share it with everyone. And another behind the scenes goals are my gemstones. I every now and then I'll add another random gemstone to the mixture. Most of the gemstones have identified themselves, but there's still some that I don't know what they mean or who they represent, and that's okay because right now it's not serving the routine, but it's serving the routine in the sense that the gemstone circle creates a circle. So it's filling in those spaces, and it's like there's a relationship coming. And um, wondering about you, let me know in the comments. I'm committed to coming on here on Saturdays for the new moon and the full moon. The first moon, which is the waxing moon when it's growing, I've been enjoying popping on here live, and now I'm just replaying a recording of entering the pine tree forest. And so I'd love for folks to let me know how that's going. And it's intended to be repeated. It's one of those guided journeys that you can take over and over again, and each time it's different, and that's intentional. So I'd like to know how folks are doing with that. And then the last full moon, or the last moon, I should say, right before it's a new moon. So the last moon is when the moon is shrinking, it's waning, if you will. And that focus is on me sharing some tips and tricks. And so I'm really looking forward to next week because it's going to have to do with the goddess Bridget. And it's um, a full moon um, ritual tradition that somebody taught me, and now I'm making it my own, and I'm going to tell you about it next Saturday at 11 a.m. And so I'm wondering, the full moon, technically, it's on Wednesday, whatever the number day is. But folks like myself, I celebrated a bit early. I like to engage in my own little personal reflections. And then I belong to the Shaman 21 community, and they typically do it on the full moon or new moon. We meet. And so I really enjoy that. And so I'm wondering, what communities do you belong to? Do you have a little routine like me where you do your own thing and then you meet with a community? I like to do things in advance if possible, just while the energy is growing. And as much as I like to facilitate and share out, it's nice to be not in those positions of leadership as well, and for somebody else to facilitate and lead. And so I really enjoy that. And as always, there's much to say. So let's open up some sacred space. And like I said, I'm always interested in what folks are doing. So let me know in the comments and my Facebook group, Dragon Dreams. It's a free group, everyone is welcome. And that's a really great place to connect because it's everybody just funnels in there, so you can um, post pictures of your dream journal. You can, comment on it, comment on somebody else's. It's a nice little community. And what's so funny is, so back in the summer, I transitioned myself from being a regular business entrepreneur to being a spiritual biz entrepreneur. And so just the language I'm using has had to shift. That was also part of new moon cycle, full moon cycle, energy manifesting things. So my Facebook name used to be Titanium Rooster for years, like since I had Facebook. And so it was hard to let that go. But now I'm used to Gina Virginia Casella, which is my real full name. And so if anybody out there can't find me on Facebook, that might be why. because it's not Titanium Rooster anymore. If you wanna call me Titanium, I love that, it resonates with me. Gina Virginia Casella, that's, what I'm using now, because I'm a spiritual biz entrepreneur, and there's much to be said about that. What else do I wanna tell you? This is unscripted, by the way. I'm working on my communication and voice chakra, which took quite the hit, so I feel really good, about it. And, oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. This spirit water, um, last time we were chatting, we were talking about vinegar water, versus using vodka, and I'm wondering, what do you use? Let me know in the comments. So, um, I'm also noticing my incense, is almost out, so I'm just gonna burn a new one. And I'll just show you. I got this nice little thing here. Um, so this piece that's left, um, it's special to me because it reminds me of eagle condor, like it reminds me of a claw. So you've got like the yellow hand claw of the eagle, and then you've got the black talons. And then what I do is I just hang on to these and I put it in here. And then when I do fire ceremony, I just burn one of these. And it's special because reduce, reuse, recycle, the eagle condor connection, and then fire ceremony, the fire releasing the light, like the string theory, the layers, the one string at a time that came together to create this. Um, it's like trapped, if you will, to create this 3D form. And when you burn it, it's like an untwining that happens. And if you watch closely, I'll just burn it here. See, now I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just the teacher in me. I can't help it. But I'll just keep my lamp or my can here. But if you look closely at some point, that amber is here, I'll put it against my black hat. It's just going to poof, see at the top? It's just turning to ash, and it's just like a bunch of strings that are left. And those um strings, ashes, it's like the puzzle piece. Here, I'll go on my black hat again. It's the puzzle pieces that are separating. So I just can't get enough of fire ceremony. This one is a good example of the strings. I don't know if you can see that. And I've had interesting dreams. I mean, I'm always having interesting dreams, but um, the eighth book that I published, I talk about looshing, and it's scary because it's plausible. It's these the dream, um, book eight, scary dreams. It's not like a blood gory kind of book, and that's what's interesting. It's like, shouldn't there be blood? And there's not. And it's scary because that's the child language, scary, the subconscious child mind. But anyways, it's interesting because in these scary dreams, I get exposed to things like this dust, and it just looks like regular dust, but it's actually leftovers and the blueprint, if you will, the trademark of the looshers and them looshing, eating the energy of the folks, and that's what's left over. Now, maybe in 20 years from now, I'll call these looshers something else. But in the meantime, that's the language I'm using. Those of you who know me know actually moved away from categories, but then now I'm hypocritical because I require a category to help express myself. So I'm not getting hung up on it, but I thought that was scary and also interesting. And also, that dream I had about looshers was in Augur that just passed. I also had a dream in my childhood, and it was this black sand. So I just sorry, just to finish my thought, this there was like human science experiments going on, and this was in a dream I had, which I believe is some kind of alternate reality. And the scientist was like very intently, it was like very, very focused. It was an ET scientist, and there was a woman on her side, and she couldn't move, but she was consciously aware. And the ET was a good guy and a bad guy mixed up. There's a lot to say, but there's a, oh, hi, Lisa. Oh, is my audio messed up? Oh, no. Maybe I'll change microphones. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. And hi, by the way, I see there's 4 of us on here together. So that's great.